Hi guys, it's Kiarko here, back with another speed build. Today we're building a classic cottage. Now, I've built a lot of cottages on my channel, so this is not exactly new for me, but this is the first time one of my cottages is available for download, so you guys can check out the link down below. Right now it is available for early access on my Patreon, and then it will be available for public access in about 2 weeks. I mentioned this in my last video, but I am pretty new to Patreon, so I'm just kind of feeling this out, seeing how it goes. If we need to make changes to, the format of this, then we can figure that out. But for now, that's what's going on, so let me know if you guys plan on downloading it, and if you do, please, show me if you played in your game or anything like that. I would love to see if you guys actually move your Sims in here. That'd be pretty cool. But like I said, it is a classic cottage, and like I said, I have built a lot of cottages before. So how is this cottage different? Well, all cottages kind of have like the same kind of aesthetic and vein. I would say they're always very like cozy and a lot of like natural materials. Like we have this very like strong stone chimney in the front, and we have a lot of warm wood tones and stuff like that. And then when we move to the inside, the actual inside of this cottage is actually going to be pretty nice and like neutral and brighter than the outside, but you'll see that when we get there later on. By the way, if my nose sounds at all like a little bit runny, it's because it is. I was outside this morning actually building a snowman because it snowed last night. It's the first time I've ever built a snowman in my entire life. And you know how like in movies and TV shows when people build snowmans, they like roll a ball and they just like keep rolling it in the snow and then it gets bigger and bigger and bigger, and that's how you build a snowman. When I was growing up, I thought that was like a myth. I don't know, like, because I grew up in a place that didn't have snow, right? So I didn't really experiment with snow that much, so I thought it was a myth that you could like roll a ball of snow into like a bigger ball of snow. But I discovered today that that's actually a thing. Like you can literally like pack a little snowball together, and then if you just like keep rolling it around on the ground, it'll just get bigger. Isn't that so crazy? I mean, for some of you, that's probably just like a really dumb thing for me to realize just now. But I just never had the opportunity to like really experiment and like actually build a snowman, but it was very, very fun. My snowman looks a little bit silly, a little bit ridiculous. We gave him a little like a skirt made of leaves, and he has like these little twig arms and rock eyes and little twig nose. He's very cute. And then we have this little like green pot that we were using for a plant, and then we just put that on his head, so he has a little green pot hat, and he's very, very cute. But I don't know what to name him. I'm trying to think of names right now, but all that's coming to mind is Snowy. I'm just not good at naming things sometimes. So if you guys have any fun snowman names, please let me know. I'm all about puns, you guys, so if you have any like fun snowman puns, I am down for that. And of course, if you want to have names for this particular cottage, let me know as well, because again, I'm very bad with names. This is called Classic Cottage, which is a little bit boring. So if you guys come up with anything better, please let me know. Anyways, also let me know what kind of person you think lives here, because I'm not quite sure. Originally, I kind of had the idea that this could be a bit like a grandma's cottage, like this is an little old lady's house where she like grows cabbage in her front garden, and she has like her grandkids over, so maybe it's an old lady. I also imagine that it could be like a very young couple who just like moved out into the countryside and they're like trying to get away from their big city life or something. I don't know. I also, you guys, I realized lately that I actually haven't like played The Sims like as a game, like not for like recording purposes, in a very, very long time, and I feel bad about that. I love this game, and I just don't know why. I just haven't gotten to, well, I do know why. It's because I've been busy, but I want to start playing again, just for me, downtime, just playing The Sims. So let me know if you guys have any gameplay ideas, like any stories or legacy ideas that I could play out. Not for video, just for me at home, just trying to do something that's not always for this channel, because I really do like The Sims just in my free time already. But yeah, let me know. Also, I've been looking at a lot of new mods online, and there's a lot of cool stuff these days. I just found a mod that like lets you open a business like on your lot, so you can have like an at-home business. I'm pretty sure it's been out for a while, but I'm probably gonna download that and like run an at-home business or something like that, because I always thought that'd be pretty fun. Anyways, so we are on the inside of this cottage now. As you can see, we're gonna have some very like warm tone wood flooring. The bathroom and the kitchen both have like this stone texture, because I don't know, I like the idea of like the natural, I don't know how to explain this, like the natural wall being visible by having these like stone walls. And then we're gonna start in the bedroom. I really like this bed. It's very cute, but I do end up changing this just because it wasn't exactly the right vibe I was going for. But it is a nice bed still. And I tried tried to use a lot of furniture that had like a worn look to it. Like you can see that these side tables have like worn edges and stuff like that, so they look a little bit older, a little bit more used, and that was just kind of like the aesthetic I was going for here, because I didn't want like a super like clean, shiny new cottage. I wanted something that looked like classic, you know, like it's been here for a while, it's, you know, it's well loved, well worn, stuff like that. So yeah, and then we have these like little gas lamps on the side, which is probably a fire hazard in a really old cottage like this, but whatever. So like I said, we are gonna actually swap out this bed in a minute, and then we're also gonna swap out the swan painting, which I know is sad because that's a beautiful painting, but it just wasn't like totally fitting my color scheme, so we do change that later on too. And we're gonna put in these curtains, and we're gonna put in a rug that we're also gonna change. Don't worry, like once we change up the bedroom, everything else is like smooth sailing from here on out. Sometimes I just like get really into a certain like vein or aesthetic, and then I'm like, this isn't working, and then I have to back out and redo everything, and that's kind of what we do in this bedroom here, unfortunately. But you can see me here. I am changing the bed now into something that's a little bit stronger. Like I just wanted this really thick wood frame, again, just to make it seem, you know, classic, like it's been here for a while, it's cozy, it's like very like sturdy. And yeah, I don't know like what kind of person would live out here in the middle of nowhere. Like I in my head, I very much romanticize like cottage core and living out in the middle of the woods in your cute little cottage, and you can go like farm your own food, and you know, just being one with nature and not, you know, being on your computer or your phone all the time. I definitely romanticize it a lot in my head, but at the same time, I like literally could not do this for more than like a week or two. I feel like this would be a lovely vacation, you know, just for a little bit, like maybe like a romantic getaway or something like that. But I could not live in a cottage in the middle of nowhere, you guys. If you could, let me know how, because it seems like you've found some peace of mind, which seems very nice. But yeah, anyway, so we have a little vanity over here, which is very, very cute. I've always wanted my own vanity. I think they're just like, they can be so stunning. You can have such stunning mirrors, and I think it'd be such a wonderful piece to a room. But vanities are weirdly expensive, so I've just never have owned one. And also, I don't like the name very much. Vanity, it seems so vain. Anyway, so we're in the bathroom now, which I was having some like space problems with. So if you do download this build into your game, I'm not quite sure if this bathroom is going to be completely functional. But you know, of course, feel free to move things around. I mentioned this in my other video, but I literally cannot promise functionality for my builds if you're going to put them in your game. Because I can't build for functionality, you guys. The game is too like specific about like sim paths and like them being able to use countertops and stuff like that. It's just it's such a pain in the ass, so I'm just like gonna avoid it by just like not trying to be functional at all. So my builds are a lot more decorative, a lot more, you know, aesthetic based, but you know, I still have fun building them, and I hope you guys have fun with them in your games if you choose to download. Anyway, so we have our kitchen, which we're finishing up here. I just kind of stuck the stove on the side because I was running out of space. It's like a decent sized cottage, I would say. It's like, it gets cramped a little bit. Like each room is just like slightly too small. But like I think I make it work, you know? And it's ironic that we have like this chimney out in the front, but the actual fireplace is in the back of the house. So that makes no sense at all, but whatever, it looks good, I like it, and this fireplace is just absolutely beautiful. I've always wanted a fireplace like in my like quote unquote dream home, but part of me, like the part of me that has really bad anxiety, would just like always be worried about either like a fire in my house or like I don't know, like a raccoon coming down my chimney or something like that, because it's just like a hole, right? It just is like a hole to the outside world, and that's just a little bit scary to me. Also, like if it rains, how do you like not get, do you get rain down your chimney? Is that a thing? Like if it rains and you have a fireplace in your house, does your fireplace get wet like inside? Is that a thing, or does it like not work like that? I don't know, you guys. I clearly just did not grow up with this stuff. Like I grew up in a very like hot climate area, so we didn't have fireplaces or snow or anything like that. So I always like building with it because it's like this fun exploration for me. Anyways, that is the build, you guys. It is Friday. I hope you had a wonderful week. I definitely did. My birthday's coming up. I'm very, very excited. I'm just continuing into my 20s. It's not a huge change, you know, like certain ages like signify certain big changes, I would say, but this is a small birthday. It's all right. I'm just chilling. And I'm having a great year so far. I hope you guys are as well. I know some school is starting for some of you, so good luck with that. It's gonna be awesome. Chin up, it's gonna be great, you guys. Anyways, as always, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.